dear one, it's incredibly important that you record, especially verbally like I do into the phone. Perhaps written if you can't do that. That certainly had the same amazing effect on me. You see, it's you and your purpose on blessing others, helping them, if you like, wisdom-wise or guidance or leading them. You know, you're sent. You're sent to tell them God loves them in every conceivable way. You do that. And it blesses them, is the purpose. But it blesses you even more. It does a greater thing in you than through you. And of course you're drawn to the issues that you're drawn to. In a sense, just you and God, not distracted and led by whatever the world might want to lead you. The people around you, their needs, their purposes, their preoccupations, but yours. So you're working on the frontier, the cold face of your development. It's your time with our Heavenly Dad. And it's recorded, and it's there to bless you when you're flat, when you're not on a spiritual high, when you're having difficulties or stress or worry or concern. You just pick up your recordings, listen to something, possibly recently, but not necessarily. And it brings you back to, let me say, the reality of your relationship with our Heavenly Dad. And that is everything. Everything to your peace of mind, assurance, hope, reason for living, joy, peace, loving kindness, good intention, benevolence, compassion, all goodness, holiness, devotion to God. It's better than my recordings, as far as I know. My recordings are better for me. You know, it sounds incredibly self-centered, doesn't it? But and it is, but I get more gain from listening to my recordings than almost anything else. I so often come away, I was going to say on a high, on a transcendent state, fulfilled again, assured of his, and living the relationship. You see, you must record. I say must, but it would be such a loss not to be doing this. It will bless you. It's not, you've heard me record. It's not formal, it's not polished, it's not edited and dressed up afterwards. There's certain things I have to do, like, make things consistent, or suddenly I'll backtrack and say, well, I think I mean by this so and so, I say, like now, I pause too much at times. Of course, that's not the point. It's in reality, you see, it's talking with God, as best motivated as you can be. And he can work with that, and does, wonderfully. You will find it such a blessing to simply follow my example in the sense of record. More important to be doing that than listening to me. Certainly if you haven't got anything there, listen to me. May it bless you. But it should lead you to a deeper relationship with him, not me. Please don't make me the guru. That would be such a shame. You know, when you say I have decided to follow Jesus, I don't mean worship Jesus. I have decided to go the same way. He's our example. He is the way. I want to be on the way. I was going to say in the way. That's a different connotation. Do you see? The way is a relationship directly with God, not with Jesus. Certainly not with Marshall, but certainly not with Jesus. It's God. We put God first, the Father, Dad. It's so emphasized, isn't it? Dad. I mean, I've extended it to Divine Mum and Dearest Friend, but I mean, you want to be utterly safe, go with Dad. Perhaps that's not PC at the minute, I don't know. But anyway, go for it. Record, dear one. Record. Speak it into the phone. I mean, you've got example of my way. That's all right. I can be example, but not worshipped. All right? I mean, I find short talks. This one will probably be 10, 15 minutes. Most of them are something like that. Not hour-long lectures, not polished performances, not public talks. I mean, I'm distributing this to the public, but only in the sense that, well, they can take it or leave it. They're listening to it and they think, oh, this is not my cup of tea, and they flip over to something else on YouTube or internet, whatever. That's good. They're not forced to sit it out until the bitter end of the talk, And people's attention span, as you know, is short. It might be, if they're practiced at, study, be 30, 35 minutes. But for the man in the street, it's 10 minutes. 5 minutes even. You talk to someone 10 minutes straight off without them saying a word back. They switch off because they're not involved. So make it short. Something that gets through while they're still alive and sensitive to what you're saying. How long have I been going? 7 minutes, see? 7.5 minutes. And I've said it all. I could do 1,000 other points and say the same one 30 times, but I just lose you. Keep it brief. I used to write one side of A4. It's got to be contained in that. And then I get up, have a cup of tea, do something, or I might now and again start another page of A4. But the whole thing's got to be in one concise rendering from the point of view of blessing others. And we are purposed to bless others. It's in blessing others that we find we're incredibly blessed ourselves. The Eastern folk got it wrong in that they ended up, as religion does, emphasizing self, obsession with my enlightenment. That's not the way to go. It was as bad as the Christian thing, obsessed with my salvation, my perfection, my obedience to God and all that sort of stuff. That's not the way to go. It's to lift all. He cares for all, not just you, not just me. So we live this out in reality where we're there to bless. And you might not want to stick it on YouTube or something. You might want to just record it and give it to people. Perhaps you give away only one recording a week or whatever you can afford to someone who you think might benefit from this talk, the one that you're doing. Or you might write it on a piece of paper. It's a side of A4. And you distribute that to friends, perhaps. You might lose friends pretty quickly, of course. Or they might be tolerant and put it in the bin. But one or two will hear and find it a blessing. How lovely. How lovely. Your path with God as a help to them. Another example of being in the way, on the way. I've said it all, coming up to 10 minutes. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Oh yes, I really should add, I mean, it is so that you can publish it. You know, like YouTube or whatever the blog is that you use. I mean, something that you can make available to bless others. Else your purpose will be back to self again. And you don't want that. God loves all, not just you. There's no favourites. And you're sent, remember. You're sent not to just keep perfecting yourself. You're sent to bless them. It will even more bless you. Well, that's just wonderful. But that's not your driving purpose. It's sheer gratitude that's driving you and wanting to be sent properly. You know, you're sent to tell them God loves them. Do it. Do it your way. On the issues you find, you can say something because that's your experience with God. To bless them. And you'll find He takes you so much further too. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, dear one. You know, don't think, oh, it must be polished, it must be perfect. I can't publish it without having it all trimmed up and looking smart. No way. It's got to speak in the way that we speak to people. We make mistakes, we get misunderstood, we try and put it right, you know, it's alive, it's for real. You're not some automated machine, some advertising gloss to make the product look wonderful. We are what we are, children of God. Children of God. Not gods. Well, He says we are gods, you know, but you get my message, don't you? We're not trying to impress how wonderful we are. On the contrary, we want to relate. We want to bless. And Jesus' words, I'm come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. That's the way. And we're in it by His grace and loving kindness. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Yeah, listen to the first 5 minutes again. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.